Consider this. What if everything you have ever called I, every thought, every feeling, every memory, doesn't live in your brain at all? What if the true seat of your consciousness is your heart, not the pumping muscle in your chest? Something far deeper, something the ancient sages of India called the Hridayam, the self. Today, we explore one of the most profound teachings of Sri Ramana Maharshi, a dialogue that has quietly changed the lives of countless seekers across the world. This is The Heart is the Self. A seeker approaches Ramana Maharshi with a question that has haunted philosophers for centuries. Sri Bhagavan speaks of the heart as a seat of consciousness, as identical with the self. What does the heart exactly signify? Maharshi's response is immediate and disarming. He says, the question itself arises because you're interested in seeking the source of consciousness. And to all deep thinking minds, he says, the inquiry into the nature of I, of the self, carries an irresistible fascination. Then he says something extraordinary. Call it by any name, God, self, the heart, or the seat of consciousness. It is all the same. The heart, Maharshi explains, does not refer to an organ. It refers to the very core of one's being, the center, that without which there is nothing whatever. Let that land for a moment. Not the heart as a symbol of emotion, not the heart as a poetic metaphor, but the heart as the ultimate ground of existence itself. The seeker pushes further. He asks, Sri Bhagwan has specified a particular place for the heart within the physical body, in the chest, 2 digits to the right from the median. How can something beyond space and time be localized in the body? It's a razor sharp question, and Maharshi doesn't dodge it. He agrees. From the absolute standpoint, pure consciousness cannot be assigned any location. It has no form, no shape, no within or without, no right or left. He says, the body is itself a mere projection of the mind, and the mind is but a poor reflection of the radiant heart. How can that, in which everything is contained, be confined as a tiny part within the physical body? But here's the key insight. Maharshi says the person asking the question already considers himself to be in the body. So, from that reference point, from the standpoint of ordinary human experience, a location becomes meaningful. It is, as he puts it, by coming down to the level of ordinary understanding that a place is assigned to the heart in the physical body. This is not a contradiction. It is a compassionate teaching, meeting the seeker exactly where they are. Maharshi then draws a beautiful distinction between two modes of experience. For the sage, the fully realized being, pure consciousness is experienced directly, completely, unrelated to the physical body. They know their bodiless, eternal existence just as we know our bodily existence. In that state, in the samadhi of the sage, no question about the position of the heart can arise at all. There is no body to refer to. But when the sage returns to bodily awareness, when they exist in the world with us, the memory of that absolute experience gets localized. It is recalled as happening in a specific region, the right side of the chest. This is not imagination. This is a feeling recollection, the echo of infinity inside a finite dream. For the ordinary person, this recollection isn't available. And so, Maharshi says they must depend on something else, not guesswork, intuition. This is where the teaching becomes fully unforgettable. The seeker asks, for whom is this intuition? Does Sri Bhagwan really credit me with an intuitive knowledge of the heart? Maharshi replies, not of the heart itself, but of the position of the heart in relation to your identity. The seeker is confused, so Maharshi offers a demonstration. He asks, when you refer to yourself, when you say, I did this, or shall I go, where do you point? The seeker instinctively points to the right side of his chest. That, says Maharshi, is the intuition. And it's not just this seeker. What the schoolboys say, it is I that did some correctly. Does he point to his head? To his legs? No. Involuntarily, universally, his finger goes to the right side of the chest. Maharshi calls this act involuntary and universal. It is the same for every individual in every culture. It is an unerring intuition, the soul's quiet, unspoken acknowledgement of its own source. What stronger proof, Maharshi asks, do you require? So here we are. The heart, as Ramana Maharshi teaches it, is not a location, it is not an organ, it is the self, that which you already are, beneath every thought, beneath every identity, beneath even the feeling of being a body. And yet, buried in the simplest human gesture is a clue. Every time you point to yourself, you point there, to the right, to the chest, to the center of your being. Perhaps you have already known, without knowing that you knew. The inquiry into who you are, the question, who am I, the Maharshi calls the most direct path to this heart, not as a philosophical exercise, but as a lived, felt investigation. So the next time you say I, pause. Notice where your hand wants to go. Notice what is already there. The heart is the hub of all sacred places. Go there and roam. Subscribe for more teachings from the great sages of India. Share this with someone on the spiritual path.